usability testing again. So usability testing is a common method. You guys, I sure that you already knew about this or even hear about this method. So it is really common, and it's used for evaluating user interface. With what technique? Usually using the think aloud technique. Ya. Apa itu think aloud? What is think aloud technique? Think aloud technique is we are asking the user to complete the task while expressing their thought, and we are getting the insight about the interface design according to natural way human thinking. Ya, jadi mempelajari mempelajari perasaan user ketika menggunakan produk kita, disertakan beberapa tugas ya, task, disertakan beberapa task yang harus diselesaikan. Dan selama user menyelesaikan task tersebut, kita memperhatikan gerak-gerik dia. Seperti adakah kesalahan yang dibuat, bagaimana ekspresinya, berapa task yang misalnya berhasil dilakukan gitu. It's usability testing. Ada definisinya nih ya. Nah, usability testing also there is a remote usability testing, ya, with era media digital nowadays. So it's really match, ya, remote usability testing, which is we can evaluate usability testing user and or participant and evaluator are in the different places, different times. So there are synchronous or asynchronous using the tools for doing that, like so many tools here. I put lookback.com, Maze. We are also can using the tools for the video conference like Google Meet or Zoom. Gitu ya. Jadi ada banyak tools ya. Ini remote usability testing. Okay. And next, how about A/B testing ya? A/B testing tadi ada ya. A/B testing is we are having the two different user interface, and we are asking user to using that two different interface and asking user which one that having a good interface. Jadi kita menyediakan dua versi gitu ya. Dua versi misalnya. Versi yang pertama buttonnya seperti apa, versi yang kedua ada button di mana. Jadi call to action mana nih yang lebih interaktif untuk user, lebih intuitif untuk user, gitu ya. Heuristic evaluation, we are already doing this in the last meeting ya. There are 10 principle that we call heuristic principle. It is doing by expert ya. Jadi bukan kita tiba-tiba minta user untuk mereview, karena user nggak tahu ya 10 prinsip itu apa aja dan seperti apa. Jadi memang harus expert yang melakukan ini. I'm not a deep explanation about this. You guys can check our slide ya, because I already explained it. Cognitive walkthrough. Nah, cognitive walkthrough is the same like think aloud ya, tapi cognitive walkthrough is done by expert, but think aloud is done by user. Itu bedanya. Jadi kalau teman-teman partisipannya adalah user, berarti apa yang akan teman-teman lakukan itu adalah metode think aloud. But if it's done by expert, misalnya 5-5-nya adalah expert, berarti teman-teman sedang melakukan cognitive walkthrough. This cognitive walkthrough is evaluation method focus on the learnability system, structure dan heuristic. It is guided by user task. Ada tasknya sama seperti think aloud ya. Jadi perbedaannya ini. Siapa yang melakukan? And the cognitive walkthrough is done by expert, but think aloud is done by user, like student, employee, lecturer. In the method, also having the differences. In the method, expert will simulate the user step. They are simulate as the beginner. Ya, jadi si expert ini mensimulasikan kalau dia itu pemula yang baru memakai sistem itu, kira-kira user bakal tahu nggak cara loginnya gimana. Jadi dia mensimulasikan seperti user sehingga dia mampu untuk memberikan pendapat bahwa interface tersebut akan sulit untuk user misalnya. For the think aloud, user using apps ya, by saying what thing in their mind spontaneously. Jadi tanpa ada interupsi gitu ya, tanpa ada campur tangan dari kita. Jadi biarkan user untuk melakukan tersebut. Jadi sudut pandangnya beda ya. Kalau dari cognitive walkthrough itu si expertnya melakukan simulasi. Jadi di sini contoh kasusnya, kalau saya pengguna pemula, apakah saya bisa menemukan restoran ayam kriuk gitu ya. If I am the beginner, user beginner, can I find a checkout gitu ya, checkout icon example it is the cognitive Voltruck method ya. But with think a lot is the example like I want to find a checkout menu, where it is, gitu ya. Jadi dia dari apa? Karena dia sebagai pengguna asli gitu. Jadi dari sudut pandang dia bisa atau enggak dia sebagai dirinya. Tapi kalau cognitive Voltruck bisa enggak user itu melakukan ini. Jadi perbedaannya seperti itu. Karena dia ada seorang expert, jadi dia bisa menilai gitu ya, menilai apakah itu memudahkan user atau tidak. Jadi perbedaannya seperti itu. Jadi if you guys having at least 5 participant that are all those 5 participant is experts, so you are going to using cognitive Voltruck method. But if that those 5 participant is user, there is no specification or competence about UX or UI, so you are going to using think aloud method. And also there are differences with the POV or sudut pandang metodenya gitu ya. So what's again that can be doing in the usability testing? Questionnaire. This question is so many questionnaire that is can be used to usability testing ya. We are asking the feedback from user using the questionnaire. So there are also measurement or there are also metric that include. So how many questionnaire? I found here is so many, but kayaknya ada beberapa yang belum masuk gitu ya. Kayak SIMU ada nggak SIMU? Nah SIMU belum masuk, UEKI belum masuk sini. SOS sudah masuk. Ini yang biasa ya. There are a different amount of question ya, amount of questions. So why we are doing the usability testing? If you can measure it, you cannot manage it. Yes, the measure thing is something important because in this world also we are having the measure gitu ya. Kita melakukan measurement.